I really think spending a week building houses does something with a person. Welcome to a new video in the single player world. Today we're building the first few houses that we planned out in the last video. Before we do any of that, I do need to do a massive resource grind, because the color palette that I'm going with consists of jungle wood, packed mud, and oak, and I'm pretty low on all of those. So now that we have a good amount of building blocks, we can start the houses. This part of town is gonna be more for the common people, so these houses will be pretty basic, rather small, and they will be pretty run down. So to show all of this, I'll be adding some texture in the walls so that it seems that they've been patched a bunch, because I don't want them to look slick, I don't want them to look fancy. These are meant to be practical. For the roof, I want to go into a similar style as what we've been doing in the fancy part of town, but I'll be using a different color palette just to distinguish the two. I'll be going for a bit of a dark purplish pinkish color. And this kind of looks like what I've had in mind. There's a few more things that I need to do, but that will come in when we build more houses. Okay, hear me out. I think I have an idea for a ground texture. What if we use rooted dirt, dripstone, and raw iron blocks to make it look like it's not as paved as the main road, but still is a solid underground? I do seem to be low on raw iron, and well, my iron farm is not gonna help me with that. So let's run out to a Stony Peaks biome and go ham on collecting those iron ores. And so, after breaking it all down, we can get plenty of iron blocks. A nice bit of soil does need some stuff to decorate it, and I'm thinking of adding in some workstations here and there. I'll be grouping together some houses and assume that, well, everyone that lives in those little groups will have the same source of income. So far I have a waving / woolworking group right here. We have some woodworkers in the back, and then if we follow the alleyway a bit further, we have some iron workers. We'll have a smithy as well. The communal cooking fire is at the biggest open space that I have, and it's mostly for the houses that don't have a private fireplace, which in this part of town, most of them. All of this is a pretty solid start to the new working class housing area, and we can go on to something that every city needs: a gatehouse. The gatehouse in this part of town is going to be fairly simple. I decided to merge it with the house that was destined to be a little guardhouse of some sorts. But we will be adding a second story to it. That way it'll extend over the rooftops of most of these houses. And for even more height, we're adding in a bit of a tower as well. For the gate, I decided to keep it simple. It's a little walkway over a gate that splits in two. We'll drag it open horizontally. And then we did add a little guard tower on the other side. The main road will connect up to the central square, so we are going to make it out of the same old cobble, tough and mossy cobble combo that we've been using in the fancy part of town. So far, so good. I really like where this is going. I really like how it looks almost beaten up in some way, but this ground texture is gonna eat up my dripstone supply. And if I want to do this entire area, I will be needing a farm. So I'm thinking of another hole in the side of our ravine that we have at the opposite side of the sugarcane farm. And we're basically gonna copy the design, but upside down. So we'll have a dripstone block in the roof of the hole, one piston, one block lower than where the dripstone will actually be. On the floor, we'll add a slab so that the dripstone does not grow on the floor itself. For a trigger, we're not using observers, but I'll be using an Ito hopper clock so I can set the time to where it harvests. I'll be starting off with a pretty long time so that the dripstone can get going, but we can always change it later on. And that's our farm. It's pretty slow, but it'll be a constant output of dripstone, and so I will never have to go and gather any more. But I'll end the video right here. I hope you liked it. I certainly did. The new part of town is looking really good in my opinion, and I hope to get it done sooner than later. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button, like it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!